All right, we got some breaking news here on Chicago Bears Now. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. We put out a video a couple of hours ago. Please go watch it after watching this one. But we're back because, yes, Byron Pringle has been arrested, according to TMZ and now other reports. Let's break this one down for you guys for the next several minutes. Bears wide receiver Byron Pringle was arrested Saturday in Florida after police say they busted him doing donuts in his Hellcat on a suspended license with his child in the car. Cops say the four-time pro was verbally confrontational. This is just dumb. I mean, we're going to break this down. I don't think it's the biggest thing in the world, but there's a lot of reasons why this is stupid. The most obvious one is don't do dumb things in a car when you have a kid in there, but also you have a suspended license. You're a pro football player. You can Uber. You've got plenty of money. Dumb decision. I don't think it's the end of the world. I'm already getting DMs that he needs to be cut. I'm not going to go that far. Byron Pringle, since he's been in the league, by all accounts, has been a good decision maker, but this is not one of them. This was dumb, and you have a right to be frustrated because the one receiver the Bears have spent some money on has been arrested this offseason. So what is your one-word reaction to Byron Pringle getting arrested? Maybe what was your initial reaction when you saw this report? I tweeted about it. Now I'm doing a video about it. I want to hear it from you guys, your one-word reaction to Byron Pringle getting arrested just in the past 24 hours. Just stupid. I mean, there's no other way to define it, right? I mean, this is stupid. Really, any time you get arrested, it's stupid. Not that I know. I've never been arrested. If you have, hey, we all make mistakes. That's no big deal. But this is just stupid. It's not life-altering, but it's just a bad decision, and he's gotten arrested for it. So that's how that goes. Here's TMZ on this Pringle arrest. This is part of their article breakdown. Bears wide receiver Byron Pringle was arrested Saturday in Florida after police say they busted him doing donuts in his sports car on a suspended license with a child in the car. Cops say Pringle was uncooperative, becoming, quote, verbally confrontational with them during the stop. The 28-year-old Pringle, an NFL vet out of Kansas State, was pulled over by Florida Highway Patrol in his orange 2016 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat around 6 p.m. in Pasco County, Florida, after an FHP officer says he witnessed the car burning rubber doing donuts on a public road, according to an incident report we obtained. Police say Byron was the driver of the vehicle. The car had two passengers, an adult male in the front passenger seat and a male child in the back seat. We're told the kid was Pringle's. Byron was taken into custody about 6:15 p.m. when he was taken to county jail. He was arrested for reckless driving and driving on a suspended license. So, look, on the surface, getting arrested for driving on a suspended license, I'm not going to, for you and me, that's probably a big deal. For an NFL athlete, that's not the worst thing ever. It's not a huge deal, but it's a bad look with the kid in the car. Now, it doesn't sound like there was alcohol involved because they would have certainly probably tested him for alcohol if he's doing donuts on a public road with a kid in the car. So that's good. At least he was sober, but there's a kid in the car. Let's not put the kid in danger by doing donuts in a public road. So you've got that going on. More analysis for this arrest and more thoughts, and then we'll get out of here. But this is why you subscribe, because good news or bad news, we have you covered. Some Bears YouTube channels, they're going to hide from this. They don't want to bring you news when it's bad news, but we bring you all news here on the channel. So subscribe, hit that big red button, and we'll continue to have you guys covered on a daily basis. Like we said earlier, second video of the day. Sometimes that's what you guys get here, multiple videos in one day. So obviously you start thinking about the on-field impact. This is happening in April probably. Is a better thing for Pringle and the Bears, but this is the guy they brought in on decent money. 1 year, $4 million, up to $6 million. As of now, he's your number 2 receiver behind Darnell Mooney. Obviously, we've talked a lot. We expect the Bears to draft a receiver or two this upcoming week, but Pringle's expected to have a role in the team. You don't need him getting arrested. It's just not ideal after a nice season last year with the Chiefs where he had 568 yards and 5 touchdowns on 42 catches. This is really his opportunity to really take that next step in the NFL and, potentially become I don't want to say a star, but at least somewhat of a force in this league. I mean, as of now, he's your number 2 receiver. So this is not ideal for him either, having to prove that he's worthy of that contract and then some by having a strong year. Now, I don't think this will lead to a suspension. I don't think this type of arrest is something that the NFL will step in and say, yeah, we got to arrest Pringle for 2 games. I mean, way worse things have happened that have not led to suspension. So I don't think this is something that will lead to a suspension, but maybe there's a fine of some sort, or maybe the Bears internally, reprimand Pringle in some way, shape, or form. But more than anything, like we said earlier, it's just stupid and dumb decision making. What do you guys think? Will Byron Pringle get suspended by the NFL? Type Y for yes, type in for no. I don't think he will. But that doesn't mean it wasn't incredibly stupid by the new Bears receiver. Now, I will say this. Sweet car. I actually have a Dodge Challenger myself. It's not pimped out like this one. It's a 2013 model, a gray one that I have. So you got that going. Here's a photo that TMZ put on their article of tread marks there from Pringle doing donuts. Now, it looks a little dark in that photo, so maybe the photo was taken later after the fact. Who knows? But you've got that as well. Here's the deal, man. Sweet car. Just leave the kid at home. I mean, and don't do it on a public highway, right? Like, go find a parking lot at a local high school on a weekend where no one's up there. Do some donuts. I don't care. I don't think anyone else cares. It's pretty fun. Just don't do it on a public road with a kid in the car. That's, even if, Daddy, do the donuts. No, Byron, don't do it. Like, that's just not what you need to do. Sweet car. I'm not saying you can't drive, although you probably shouldn't with the suspended license. But if you're going to, just leave the toddler at home and all will be well at the end of the day. In all seriousness, hopefully it's a good learning moment. Byron Pringle had to go JUCO in college because he had some off-the-field concerns when he was way back, late teenager and that sort of thing. But by all accounts, since entering the NFL, he's been a hard work ethic guy. As an undrafted free agent, he's had to, really earn his way to the NFL, and now he's got this opportunity with the Bears. You don't want him to blow it, man. And quite frankly, the Bears need him for this year. That's just the simple fact of the matter. So hopefully he learns from this, and hopefully, all will be well in the future. Speaking of receiver, with the draft coming up, name a wide receiver you want the Bears to draft this year. There's certainly a lot of good ones that the Bears are getting around to, whether it's going to be a guy like George Pickens, Christian Watson, maybe a Sky Moore, Jalen Tolbert, maybe a Traylon Burks Falls, but I doubt it. I want to know from you guys, what wide receiver would you like to see the Bears draft? All right, so there you have it. There's the news of the day here on a Sunday. Pringle arrested Saturday night. Report dropped today, so that's why we're breaking it down for you guys. Officially arrested for reckless driving on a suspended license and driving on a suspended license down in Florida. So there you go. Hopefully this isn't that big of a deal, and hopefully it is a learning opportunity. Subscribe right now if you love the Bears. Like we said, good news, bad news, we got you covered here on this channel. Hey, if something crazy happens, we'll bring another video tonight. But if not, we'll see you guys tomorrow here on Bears Now.